The recent capture of Maungdaw by the Arakan Army represents a transformative moment in the fluctuating dynamics of Rakhine State. As the rebel group seizes control over sensitive borderlands with Bangladesh, the specter of potential violence against the Rohingya minority looms larger, amplifying tensions that have long marred the region. For the Rohingya, who have already faced unimaginable hardships, this shift might signal yet another chapter of uncertainty in their ongoing plight, as safety remains a distant hope while conflict unfolds around them. In the backdrop of this capture lies the protracted struggle of the Arakan Army, also known as the United League of Arakan, that has increasingly sought autonomy for the Rakhine population. However, while the group's advancements may invigorate nationalist sentiments, they simultaneously send shivers through Rohingya communities that have already been victims of violence and discrimination. The plight of the Rohingya is not merely political, it's a matter of survival, as the echoes of the 2017 mass exodus still resonate, shaped by memories of despair and loss. Negotiations are now underway between the Arakan Army and the Bangladesh Army, describing the establishment of a safe zone for Rohingya refugees amid rising hostilities. This prospect, alluring as it may appear, carries significant implications that require deep scrutiny. Is this safe zone truly a sanctuary? Or might it become a tool for the Arakan Army's agenda, potentially compromising the autonomy and rights of the very individuals it purports to protect? Access to the designated safe zone could give the Arakan Army leverage over the systemic issues that plague the Rohingyas' existence. Furthermore, the demand for securing supply lines from the Arakan Army illustrates a complex barter system where the well-being of refugees may hinge on negotiations that do not prioritize their sovereignty. As external forces negotiate terms, one must ponder who benefits from this arrangement. The political machinations at play could amplify the challenges faced by the Rohingya, entangling them in a web of conflict where they remain pawns rather than liberated beneficiaries. The stakeholders involved reflect the layered complexities of regional geopolitics, interwoven with vested interests that often eclipse the human cost. In this labyrinth of negotiations and implications, the future for Rohingya refugees remains uncertain. Are they to be relegated to the shadows of insecurity and conditional mercy? As the Arakan Army makes advances in its quest for autonomy, it is imperative to keep the plight of the Rohingya at the forefront of conversations surrounding peace and security, ensuring their humanity is not lost within the broader narratives of power and control. As the situation continues to unfold, it is essential to monitor developments and ensure that the rights and safety of all individuals involved are protected. The international community must continue to pressure the Myanmar government to take responsibility for the Rohingya refugees and to ensure their safe and dignified return to their homeland recommendations. The international community must continue to pressure the Myanmar government to take responsibility for the Rohingya refugees and to ensure their safe and dignified return to their homeland. The Bangladesh government must ensure that the rights and safety of the Rohingya refugees are protected in any negotiations with the Arakan Army. The Arakan Army must be held accountable for any human rights violations committed against the Rohingya minority. The international community must provide continued support to the Rohingya refugees, including humanitarian aid and advocacy for their rights and safety. By taking these steps, we can ensure that the rights and safety of all individuals involved are protected and that a lasting solution to the Rohingya refugee crisis is found. India has taken several steps in response to the situation with the Arakan Army. In 2020, India accused China of assisting rebel groups, including the Arakan Army, by supplying weapons and providing hideouts within Indian territory. Additionally, India has been closely monitoring the situation, particularly with regards to the Kaladan Multimodal Transit Transport Project, which is a strategic project for India's connectivity with Southeast Asia. The Arakan Army had previously targeted this project, but in February 2024, they stated that they would not prevent the completion of the project. The Arakan Army in 2024 reportedly to observe road construction and discuss the project's progress. It's worth noting that India has a relationship with Myanmar